In today's video, I'm going to be looking at my lawn and doing something with it. I'm actually going to try and make it look greener, happier and healthier. But this thing's happening now. It's getting thick with thatch. It needs to have some work done to it, and that's what I'm carrying out in this video. Stick around, let's get started. So the first step is really just to give it a nice, good, short cut. We need to see what we've got. We want to tidy it up anyway, because it does look a bit of a mess. First glance, it's tidier. It's a good, reasonable colour, but it's really quite thick and dense now. And we've also got some ant mounds coming up. So I'm going to get the blower and blow these. And I'm actually going to cut it a lot shorter today. Now, you can see we've also got some mushrooms. And I'm just going to try and take them off with the mower on a lower setting, which you can just see here. And it's just because of all the humidity. It's getting warm and it's wet, as you know. So that's what's causing humidity, which will lead to disease and mushrooms in the lawn. So it's important that you scarify or verticut on a regular basis, just to try and maintain a reasonable level of thatch in the lawn. So first things first, I'm going to get the blower. And I'm just going to blow these ant mounds. Once again, I do this every time I mow the lawn. Just a couple of new ones there coming up. So we're just going to try and disperse it all out so it's nice and flat and that mound is not killing the grass what's underneath. Oh, what do you think to all the poppies? We left it wild this year, but the poppies are coming out and I think they're looking really nice. It's a shame they don't last very long, but it's nice. It's nice to see them having come out. Yeah, I like that. Okay, right, ants. So, here we go. Here's a mound. Okay, I'll put you there. Okay. Now watch that. As you can see, there's now no longer a soil mound. So I'm going to carry on with this and then we're going to cut it even shorter. So let's get those ant mounds blown away nice and flat. Let's give it a good cut, a little bit shorter, we're ready to go. Now I've got my Cobra scarifier and what I'm doing, I'm taking the cartridge out. This is the scarifying cartridge because I'm going to put the verticutting cartridge in. So this is my Cobra scarifier machine. It's a Cobra S40C. I like this, 300 and something pounds, and you simply just undo it at the side. It might be a little bit stiff, bearings just come off, but that's fine. It gets a bit jammed up. So what happens here, this is the other end of the bearing, there's all this grass here and thatch which has just got sort of wedged in there. Normally this will just come out nice and easy, but it's a bit tight. So we're just trying to take some of that out. Just use a screwdriver. We're just trying to take some of that excess out there. Flat blade would be better than this, but can't find one. Here we go. And that just comes out like so. So that's the scarifying cartridge, and you can see how far apart these blades are. And they spin round. This is blunt, so I need to change these blades now. But they spin round and actually rake out thatch. Now we will be using this a little bit later on, or I'll use my other one. But instead, we're going to be putting in this verticutting cartridge. Look how many more blades there are and how close they are. Approximately every 10 millimeters. Now these don't remove thatch. They simply cut in, and you adjust the height of these up and down in the soil. They simply just go along the soil surface, literally just, and cut into all the runners from the roots, from the grass plant that spread across. And it's a great way just to allow a little air to sort of flow through, to help it breathe a little bit. And also, if you've got any weed grasses, if you do this on a regular basis, it eventually weakens it, and it allows the other grasses to grow in. So we're going to pop this one in and get it fastened back up. Now, if you've got the right tools, this is an absolute breeze. It just takes a couple of minutes. It's no effort at all. But I couldn't find my tools, I put them down somewhere. But listen, we got it done, we got it changed over, and that's all that matters. So, this has not been started for probably a couple of months now. Several weeks. So what I'm going to do is, once we get it started, is literally just go across the lawn with it a couple of times, just to thin everything out. And as it cuts through the patch of weed grass, it's gradually weakening that weed grass and allowing the other grasses to grow in. So with always, you start off on the highest setting, so you look that way to lower it, that way to higher it, and I think it's already quite high. No, it was already quite low from the previous scarifying. Okay, so now we have to hope that this is going to start. So that's on, petrol's on. Have we got petrol? Yes. Actually, we've not got much. I'll get this topped up. Let's fire her up. Engage, that's on, that's on. Should go first time. That's pretty good. So first thing, start where we're going to start, lower the blade and just walk a little bit. And I can see that's done nothing. So we'll put the blade back up and then we'll lower it by maybe 3 or 4 turns. And then we try again. And that really is doing something now. Okay, it is cutting in. And I feel we just need to go a slight bit lower. Not much. So I'm going to go with 2 notches. 2. Right. That was pretty good. So I'm going to crack on with this. I'm going to go over in a couple of directions if it needs it. We'll have a look once we've done the first round. And this is running the verticutter over. There's very little material comes out. In fact, I did go a little heavy on purpose, just to try and take a bit of thatch out as well. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone, really. It's not designed for scarifying, the verticutter cartridge, but do you know what? A little bit material removed, cutting into those stolons, and we're good to go. The main thing is, we don't impact it too much. It still looks fairly neat, and it'll recover in just a couple of weeks' time. Final mow, just to tidy up and leave us looking happy. So that is the verticutting process carried out. I did go a little heavier because there was a little bit of thatch and it's just taken some out. That's why it looks a little rough in places. I mean, it's nice, it looks pretty good with the stripes, but on closer inspection you will see it looking a little stressed. but this will recover within a couple of weeks, pretty much. The only other thing I'm going to do today is put some products on and then water a couple of times a week deeply. We're going to go from watering regular to watering just a few times a week now, because the weed grasses thrive when there's plenty of water there all the time. The normal grasses can obviously reach down and get the water when it's deeper into the soil. So it actually looks pretty good on screen. Doesn't look quite so good to the naked eye, but on screen it looks pretty good. So let's get these products on, bit of a watering in, and then we are done. Okay, I've just mixed up some of my Emerald Green, which is a lawn tonic, can be applied most of the year round, and it helps lawns to recover from any sort of stress and significantly helps it out through warm periods. You do have to give it a brief watering in, but other than that, you'll see a difference within a couple of weeks. As long as you continue with some level of watering, the lawn will actually hold the product around the roots for a few weeks, and it will help it through, rather than just draining through really fast. But there's a lot of other added benefits in there which really sort of help with the balance of what's actually in there. So I'm going to get this on now, quick watering in, then we'll have a little chat afterwards about what you can do moving forwards. So we'll get the Emerald Green sprayed on, and then it's just a case of giving it a reasonable watering in. Doesn't take long, maybe 5-10 minutes at the most. That is it. That's it for now. You don't have to spend hours and weeks and days doing loads of different stuff. As long as you're on the case, you're on the ball with what you're doing, you can get something better. The main thing what we're trying to achieve is regular mowing and watering a couple of times a week. If you can conquer that, your lawn will look 100 times better than what it does now. Okay, don't mow it too short and water a couple of times a week, quite deeply. So each area with the sprinkler, maybe 10 minutes or so. And that's pretty much it. Now, other issues which come in like thatch, problematic soil, that is where we're doing all these different sort of things. So today, we've tried to tackle, that's your soil, we've tried to tackle what's happening above. So the grass grows up. The grass over time builds up a layer of thatch, and that thatch acts like a bath sponge. So when it rains, the water sits in that spongy layer. Okay? So it doesn't get through to the roots very fast. And because it's sat there wet, and then when we get the heat, it becomes humid, sweaty, sticky, like athlete's foot. And that leads to disease. So scarifying thins out the thatch. But additionally, if your thatch is maintained well, and you're only scarifying lightly on a regular basis, you'll get the runners going across from the grass plants that spread. Okay, the nature is to spread. So by verticutting, all those blades are just cutting those. Okay, and it's just allowing a little bit of air just to pass across the surface. So it's not quite as wet, it's not quite as damp, and it can breathe a little bit. So there's going to be a little less incidence of humidity, which then can lead to the disease. So it's all about managing what's happening above the soil, really. And below the soil, aeration, obviously things like gypsum, compost, all that sort of stuff can help what's happening in the soil. But today was all about managing on a regular basis what's happening above. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. Now, if you have, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, because the more you subscribe, the more YouTube pushes it out to other people that also need help with their lawns. Anyway, listen, this is me, just a regular guy that's been doing it for 25, 26 years. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them down below. And I'll see you on the next one.